If your company has electric cars as company cars, of course you want your employee to charge at home. It's cheaper for you and it's easier for the employee. Tronity has a software solution for you to know how much you have to pay your employee for charging at home. With the Fleet Manager you manage your employees and your cars. Tronity connects to the cars and knows exactly when the car is charging at home and how much. And then you get an easy monthly bill for your employee. If you want to know more, there's a link in the description below.
Hello everyone, today it's time to look at the Tesla Model Y Juniper at night. I'm gonna look what do we have illuminated outside the car, inside the car, the new ambient light, and when we're gonna drive, what's all illuminated when you drive. And then of course we have to check out the new adaptive high beams, how they turn off if a car is coming towards you or is driving in front of you. Let's look outside, and the only thing I can see is just a normal light here. Then we have a little extra light here on the side. I don't see anything that's illuminated, not the door handles. The charge port is not illuminated. We have this red light here on the side. Charge port of course shows if you're charging or not. As a light we have in the front this nice light that goes all the way from left to right. That looks good. In the front we have a little light down there. That's awesome. In the trunk we have, I have tiny little red lights here when the trunk is open, and we have one light here that's up here, but it illuminates the trunk pretty well, I have to say. That looks good. Then we get to the ambient light here in the door of the rear seats, and then on the other side as well. On top we have one little light on each side, and then the two in the middle in the front. The ambient light here in the front, like I said, goes all the way from the left to the right. Looks good. And you can adjust it in light, and then you can set the brightness and the color. Can be anything in here or a color that you already used before. There's a light in the foot area, and in this compartment here, in this compartment there. And those two tiny lights up there, they brighten up the interior okay. What I can see, ambient light is nice and bright, and it looks nice, gives it a nice look. I see all the lights that are always on. On the steering wheel I see that the buttons are illuminated, but just a tiny bit, and then of course the hazard up there, and I can switch these buttons. And I just learned how to do the high beams, because there's no stock to do the high beams. Usually high beams you do the light stock forward, but it doesn't exist. But if you press the button for the flashing long, they're on, and then another one, it's off when you don't want to use the auto high beams. But we're gonna try them of course as well. And when you press the button for the high beams, your light settings are appear here, and you can switch the auto high beams here on and off. And I have put in the infotainment system also that I want adaptive, where it will not blind drivers that come towards me or that are in front of me. Time to check the light, and here I have the trunk open so you can see this light, but let's close it so you can see the normal light. And then go in here. I can go to my settings and do it off, then day driving lights, and then our normal lights, the brake. And what if I want my rear fog? Yes, here. And reverse of course. And my hazards. We do the front lights, the same thing again. Settings off, day driving lights, normal lights. There's no fog lights, high beam, and hazards. Okay, it's time for the light. See what it looks like. The normal high beams, not very far, but that's so common now these days. I see that in so many cars that the low beams are not lighting that far. That's how it is. We don't have any fog lights in the front, just in the rear, so I can't show you that. But now let's look at the high beams. I press the button on the steering wheel for a second. It stays in there. That's really nice, wide, long, and nice and bright. That's a great high beam. It looks amazing. But let's do auto high beam. It's on, and I have to have the adaptive system on as well. There is a car, and it works. Looks great. Look at you. It's not a wide region, so it really goes narrow in. It gives you as much high beam as possible. That's of course nice. Does it see the car here on the side? I don't know if it turned that car off. Adaptiveness works really well and fast, and you can see that something is happening. I hate that with adaptive high beams when you don't notice, because it blends in very slowly, that you're like, did it turn off? Did it not? Well, what's happening? And here you can see it very, very well. There we have another one. Nice. That looks good. Ooh, there's a car in front of me. Let's catch him. Did it turn off? Doesn't turn off. So far, yeah, now. Ooh, that took a while till it turned off. Ooh. It's very near. Look at it. It's just a tiny bit on the left and on the right of this car. Ha! It really wants to give you as much high beam as possible. That's great. And so far nobody flashed me and said, hey, you can't do that. Real great high beams, looks amazing. Adaptive is auto high beams are also great. The low beams are not amazing, but like I said, I see that with every new car now. I think that's all standard and can't be. So when you drive slow, high beams are still on. And if I press once, I turn it off when it's on. And I can turn it off on even though it's in automatic mode with the button. But it stays on even if you drive 10 kilometers an hour. And like I said, it really goes very, very wide. That's nice. So the angle it goes out of the car is really wide. I like that. Not wide, wide. You can see me very well. Those two lights illuminate the front. Really nice. Looks good. I'm very surprised with the high beams and the adaptiveness. Good job, Tesla. If you want to follow me on Instagram, BaddyLife1, and if you want to support the channel, there's a Patreon link in the description below. And here on YouTube, there's also channel membership. And if you want to know what's happening behind the scenes, I have a third YouTube channel, Behind the Battery. But that's it for me. Thank you much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.